Welcome to the B, the practice facility at Blackledge Country Club and the home of Birdie Bound. I want to share with you a game today that I use with my junior golfers to train for resilience. It's called Pirates Gold. Let me show you what supplies we need. The supplies for Pirates Gold is very simple and economical. All you need are a stack of cups. In this case, I recycled some cat food cups from my cat Batman, a bag of gold doubloons that you can purchase for a minimal amount of money at your local party supply store, and 2 different trinkets. I like to use shells and skulls. So how do we set up the game? The game is set up by creating stations, and I usually have 2 players per station. Each station essentially defines the team. In this case, we have a pink team, a blue team, and a yellow team. I put the cups out on the putting green, various distances, and underneath the cups, there are different amounts of gold doubloons. Some ships may have a whole stack of gold doubloons, some may only have a few. And of course, hidden under some cups will be the skull or the shell. So as the coach, you set those up ahead of time before the kids show up. So the object of the game is to earn the most gold doubloons by the end of the game. How do you earn gold doubloons? That's simple, by putting. You have to putt a ball and hit one of the cups. Once you hit one of the cups, you're allowed to come out, see what's underneath the cup, and bring it back to your station. If you're fortunate enough to find a shell under your cup, then you can steal any of the other team's accumulated gold up to that point. If you happen, though, to catch a skull under your cup, then you have to forfeit all of your gold doubloons. So the game begins with the first player hitting each of his or her 4 balls. They can choose any cup or pirate ship on the putting green. They can change targets if they want. They can use their partner to help them with reading the green. And once all 4 balls are hit, then the first player goes back to the safety zone, and the second player putts. Another example of how to make the game simpler for younger or less experienced players is simply to bring the cups in closer. And conversely, if you've got more experienced or skillful older players, make the targets farther away. And lastly, one fun adaptation I like to do, under the cups, sometimes I don't put gold doubloons, I put candy. Although I've learned the hard way with candy, make sure it's not candy that can melt. A good choice is Starburst. Those can handle the summer heat. I initially created Pirates Gold as a transfer game to help players with accuracy and distance control on the putting green. And of course, to engage their attention and just make putting practice fun. However, as the game evolved over time, I found it a great opportunity to train for resilience. So what might that look like as the game is played out? Typically, when playing this game with juniors, there's a change in when one team is ahead and then another team is ahead because of the skull and the shell. And so it makes for kind of an exciting game, but it also creates a lot of teachable moments for hanging in there. You may have 0 gold doubloons going into the final round, and suddenly you sink a ship that has a shell underneath it, and you can steal from the team that has the most gold doubloons. So at the end of the game, I take that time to bring the kids together and not just say, yay, congratulations, pink team, you won this version of Pirates Gold, but I take a few minutes, grab those teachable moments to discuss hanging in there. I won't necessarily use the term resilience, that's kind of a long word for youngsters, but I'll say, we'll talk about the principle of not giving up. And I'll ask them, hey, you know, one strategy that's important for me in not giving up is focusing on the things that I can control. What are some things that you can control in this game? Have that conversation with your youngsters. See what they come up with. Can they control the fact that they putted and hit a ship that had a skull under it? Nope. But they can control their resolve to continue to play hard and perhaps hang in there and hit a ship that's got a ton of gold doubloons or hit a ship that's got a shell in it. So they can control how they relate to what has happened in the game. And I think that's an important teachable moment. And it's a teachable moment that you can take with you if you're using this game with some of your teams. For example, when I use this game with my PGA Junior League teams, I might plant the seed of resilience in this game, but in our practice or match the following week, if we have, for example, bad weather, I may ask my players who are complaining about the fact that it's windy or cold or rainy, I might say, can we control those factors? Remember what happened in our Pirates Gold game.